Well, as you see, I'm trying this same, well, I'm going to say same print of this main body. This is another iteration. I've changed where the nut head goes in to try and make it a bit easier to put the nut head into like the sliding latch in a way, especially if it's going in a bit crooked. That's almost on the other side of this pin, so we can't see it from this angle. But as you see, blue PLA, last time I did blue PLA, it was curling up extremely badly on the corners, just on the corners really. It was very bad. Almost all the same settings apart from the heat bed, which I've set to 30 degrees. So that's just a little bit possibly above ambient temperature. Let me take a reading off. I do have the thermometer here. That's about 28 degrees centigrade. 82 Fahrenheit. So here's the display. Heat bed set to 30, nozzle set to 195. You might hear the retraction there. Retraction set to 4.5. This is like basically an E3D version 6 hot end clone. That's a large amount for E3D version 6, but I've had no problems with those retraction settings really. And you can see that the tramming auto leveling is working by seeing that the Z is moving as the print takes place. This LED is a RGB. It changes colour and signals somewhat as the temperature of the bed increases, but it's only set to 30, so green is cool, cool enough to touch as you see. Won't bear myself on that, 30 degrees. But it'll go through yellow, which is a bit warmer, then a red, solid red, then a flashing red. I've had a few issues with this, that especially when the cooling down it wasn't going back to green. I need to do another test on this because I've put a piece of cardboard over the thermocouple that's just under the bed. There's like a cutout in this sheets of cardboard that are on this bottom aluminium sheet basically, just here, and the thermocouple is right in the middle. That's a separate thermocouple from the one that's actually on the heat pad, and that is all going into an Arduino Nano to control this RGB LED. So that's a bit like to give me a bit of a warning if the heat bed gets too hot to really touch. That's the main reason of that. This has been, well, not just this part, this is the main body part of the quick release belt drive system. This has been through quite a few iterations. All the parts have been through quite a few iterations, trying to improve things and make it even better. Now, some time ago I did do a print with this, well, the previous iterations of this, and it was working. No reason why this shouldn't really work. That's my LED on the right hand side there, big LED, oops. This does have a dragon motif on this body of this quick release belt drive system. That's what you can basically see there. It's starting to appear in a way. Seems to be not curling at the corners. Might be a tiny little bit of lift on that right hand corner. A bit unsure about that. It's hard to tell sometimes, especially when you're printing blue PLA onto blue painter's tape, as I am doing here. Let me get a sheet of paper and see if I can squeeze it under that corner. Yes, I can a little bit there. It's just going under that corner slightly. So it is a very small amount of lifting on that corner. I think the previous lift where it was really curling up on the corners was because the heat bed was set to 70 and that was too hot. Although Marlin does suggest 70 degrees for PLA. So this is blue PLA 1.75, 195 on the nozzle, 30 on the heat bed. Printing onto blue painter's tape that was cleaned with isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to probably put this onto time lapse just now, a few more moments. Let's have a look at the display again. So 30 on the heat bed, 195 on the nozzle, 4 hours, well call it 4.5 hours into this print. So 4.5 hours it's been printing this and still going. Yeah, I think you can just about make out that little dark sort of gap under that right hand side, possibly even a bit over here. This is how it was lifting before, but really bad before. Nowhere near as bad this time. I may want to try and turn up the first layer temperatures. The first layer and all layers are set to 195. Same with the heat bed, that's everything set to 30 degrees, first layer and other layers. Okay, let's get this onto time lapse, I think. Back to normal speed on the video. Let's have a look at the time. 5 hours 19 minutes. Big LED there, getting in the frame a bit. Move that out of the way. Looks like it's coming along nicely. Let's see that little bit of a curve there, a little bit of a curve here, I think. say, you can see the trimming there, just about on the left and right. Every so often obviously it's got to raise a little bit on the Z carriage. Right, I'm about to put it onto time lapse again. Back to normal speed on the video. Looks like it's making jolly good progress. Some of my other black ones have come out a little bit bent on that edge, that right hand edge, as if it shrunk in the middle a bit and pulled it in, but this looks very straight, this one. Look at the time. Turn this light off because we see better. So 7 hours 15 minutes, almost 8 hours. Yep. Looks like it's coming out very well to me. As I say, this is the main body of the quick release mechanism I've been working on for some time. That's more of ringing there down that hole. I think you call it ringing, but it's okay. To a certain extent I feel like it's camouflaged against the blue painter's tape, this blue filament. this is about the final iteration. I wouldn't call it the final. I still need to see how well the nut head of the bolt fits in, like the slot that's on the other side of this. Especially if it's not going in like totally straight. It's okay if it goes in straight, but if it's going in like a bit rotated, then it's going to be hard to fit in. So this iteration here has widened the hole at the top edge that's on the other side a bit. You can put like a chamfer on it type thing, so that it should go in easier. Try to put a little bit of a curve on so that the bolt, it does go in at an angle, it will catch a little bit, but it should like roll and turn in a way as it's going in and then fit in nicely, I hope. That's the plan with this iteration, but that might still need a little bit of widening. I was going to just print out like that section at the top actually, but I thought I'll print all of it just to see how it comes out. Okay, let's get this on to time lapse. Let's have a look at the time first though, again. So, leaving up 8 hours there. 7 hours 58 minutes. About another half hour, well, maybe another hour actually, and it should be finishing off. So I'll put it onto time lapse for a bit. Oh, and there we are, it's finished. So yes, this will come just about all the way to the top, move all the way left. That's my phone. I have an alarm set up on my phone to remind me to keep an eye on the print. I asked the bed to come forward and then play a little tune. After it's moved the carriage left and all the way to the top, near enough. So there we are. Now the beds are only, actually it's gone on yellow now, even though gone by the temperature, it's at 30 on the bed. It shouldn't go to yellow. And I think it's only just gone on yellow when the power's gone off. Anyway, so that's still not working as I expect. That LED down there, but it's probably better than nothing. I think I might still look for a better sort of sensor converter to convert the temperature into what the Arduino can understand, so to speak. Like quite a good model. Let's see if it'll come off. Oh yes, yes, there's definitely a bit of a curve on here. These are the supports. So this is what I've been changing, is this hole in here. This is like a nut head, a bolt head I should really say, goes into there, and that's what latches on, because it's quick release, so that can unhook and hook. those strings, those have been printing into nothing basically there. Definite bend on that bottom edge there. Yep. You can probably see better there actually if I hold it against that aluminium to see how much that is bending. That's on yellow, that LED. Why is it on yellow when the temperature is at 29? I'm going to have to do something about that. Probably a bit of a curve on the bottom edge this way as well, so it's curved all the way around. PLA, 30 degrees on the heat bed, and still getting sort of shrinkage, and that's come off very nice, the skirt, in one piece. Bit of a ripple on the blue painter's tape there. Shadow on my light, let's move that over a bit. Okay, I think that's what I would term as a usable model to at least experiment with this board head, going in and out of there at different angles. And altogether that took, let's have a look, $8 hours, call it 20 minutes. 8 hours, 20 minutes. Near enough. That is the print, but it doesn't include, you know, things like getting the bed ready or anything like that. Get the big light back on.